respect to going into a technical recession, I'm getting increasingly more concerned that Moody's may be underplaying to support their own position that they have not junk graded South Africa. They're trying to justify their own, if you like, judgments, which may or may not turn out to be true. What is true, and it's a subject of our discussion, and Mr. Msimang highlighted it very clearly, that the country's policy making from no other place than from within the heart of the governing party is now being sabotaged. You cannot have a governing party in a modern economy being in government and at the same time being in opposition. That is very bizarre. That is very almost inexplicable if it's superimposed on a complex modern economy like South Africa, which is very, very integrally into the global capital markets, and everybody watches the situation. So whatever happens in the political arena within the ANC, driven by a bunch of people who are in leadership position but have absolutely no concern for the consequences of their shenanigans on the poor and on the marginalized, the working class, especially the unemployed, which means it can push the economy not just to a technical recession. Remember, technical recession is when you have negative growth in 2 consecutive quarters. We've already had one, and they say Moody's is right and we have another one. But my concern increasingly is that if we do not arrest this fairly inexplicable undermining of the national interest by the governing party, we stand a high chance of going into a real recession, a prolonged recession. Just consider exchange rate staying volatile, interest rates are not cut. Moody's thinks the Reserve Bank will cut, but the Reserve Banks, if exchange rate keeps at these elevated rates and imported inflation, imported fuel, imported all the items that we have to import, picks up, then the Reserve Bank will have a situation where inflation spikes and then cannot cut the rates. It should cut the rates, provided the situation is stabilized. At the moment, the governing party is destabilizing the macro-financials, stopping the Reserve Bank from cutting interest rates, potentially. So that's my concern.